Hey guys, this is MsEazyE. Welcome back to my channel. For those of you who don't know me, I'm a small YouTuber. I do a lot of different vlogs, a lot of different topics. It's mostly surrounded around Black culture, mental health, having fun, plus size beauty, any of those sorts. So I hope you stay, watch the full video, and subscribe. Now today's topic is going to be about self-care. February is here, and don't quote me, but I do think February is self-care month as well as domestic violence month. Don't quote me. Anywho, so with self-care is basically taking time out for yourself to love yourself. You can do this in a variety of different ways. And if you're having a hard time coming up with a self-care routine, then I think the easiest way to do it is to get out a sheet of paper or pull out the notepad in your phone and put some things that you like to do that cost a little bit of money, and on the other side put some things that you like to do that are free. So when you look at those two lists, you may be able to combine a couple things, or with your finances, it might not be that type of month. It might be a month that you need to actually get back into the black because you're in the red. So for that, you have your free list, and it's taking time to do those things, because those things are what you like to do, and doing those things puts you on reset. You are on reset, okay? And you're more in tune to you. So I'll give you an example of how I do it. And before I get to that, I do want to let you know that a self-care routine should be implemented every week. It shouldn't be something where you're like, oh, I'll do that once a month. I'll just do it on the 15th of each month. No, it should be something every single week that you take time for yourself and do. I know I said a bit about me in the beginning, but I'm a working class YouTuber. I'm not a YouTuber that can compete with the high schoolers and the 22-year-olds. I am a working class YouTuber, which means that YouTube gets the extra time that I have outside of my full-time job, outside of my part-time job. So YouTube probably gets about 10-12 hours a week, and that's fine for me because this is something that I love. This is my little baby. So back to the self-care. Now for me, a self-care, that some of the things in my self-care routine that cost money, getting my hair done, getting a gel pedicure, but it's a spa pedicure. So not just the basic pedicure that's $32. When it's a self-care day and it falls on that day, that self-care, I like to get, let's just do the $50. Can we get the hot stone spa pedicure, please? Yes, that one, Nikki. Okay, yeah, I'll wait. That one, that's on there. Waxes, a lot of women have Brazilian wax, face wax, arm wax. That's on their self-care routine. Another thing I personally like, going to the movies. That's on my self-care routine, going to the movies. Another thing I love to do is go somewhere that costs a little money. It's an event, someone's gonna be performing, or whatever the case. Or going to brunch on Sundays. I'm not supposed to be skipping church, but those are some of the things that cost some money, right? Now, what are some of the things that's free on my self-care list? Well, I am always a student of YouTube. So after I get home and it's a Friday night, I'm not going out, I'm not editing videos, I'm not creating content, but I may look at some videos about how to edit differently. Where am I lacking? Where am I feeling like I'm burnt out? I may look at some videos to get some encouragement and, you know, some knowledge, because it's hard. Sometimes it's hard to force yourself to look at information and research, because it's easy to watch entertainment. I mean, that's just what we do. That's just what we do. So I like to do that. I like to give myself a mini facial. Mini facial. That's it. I have me some wine. It's gonna be a quiet night. Maybe I'm gonna listen to some Mary J. Blige. Maybe I'll listen to Mary J. Blige, but I give myself a facial like twice. So I try twice a week, and it's simple. Okay, I'm not an esthetician. It's simple, and if you watch the next video, you will see exactly what that routine is. I keep it simple and budget friendly. You're gonna see me use 3 different products from 3 different brands. Okay, we're not walking in MAC to get the Sephora winter green set. No, this was probably bought at Walgreens or CVS. I like to give myself a mini facial. I like to pick up on some books that probably on chapter 1 and 2. This one is called What Happened to You? Conversations on Trauma, Resilience, and Healing. This is by Oprah Winfrey and Dr. Bruce Perry, which is a neurologist and child psychologist, I think. But this really helps me gain more information on trauma, what people are presenting with. Some of you know that I am a full-time clinician, so this helps me kind of just make sure that I'm providing the best service I can to my patients. So I read that, and not only do I read, as you can see the highlighters in, as you can see that whilst I'm reading, I'm also highlighting and making notes. And these are just, you know, this is not just a fun book for me. I'm really like me, I'm more of a, I think, tactile learner. Some people can just read and it's all up here, but for me, I have to write certain points down and then it gets here. Everybody has a different learning style. So when I read this book, I'm usually trying to read about 10 to 15 pages, and then after that, you already know I'm tired, I'm going to bed. Another book that really helps my growth and just being a single woman and waiting on her Boaz, and also dealing with things that I need to deal with before this special guy comes along is Dear Sonali by Judge Lynn Toller. Letters to the Daughter I Never Had. And this book is I do a lot of highlighting. And this book is I do highlighting. And really this book, I really love this book so much that for Christmas I bought a copy for my mom and my sister. Because that book really helps you to control the little girl inside of you. There's a little girl inside of every woman that wants to make, this little girl inside of us wants to make irrational decisions. We want to be impulsive, all types of things this little girl wants to do. And this book really helps kind of zone in on our emotions, exploring what happened to us to make us react like this. How are we attaching to people? Is it healthy? Is it not? So I get in my zone on that book. Once I do my self-care routine and I'm zoned in on that book, my phone is on do not disturb and I have my wine, I'm in my peaceful zone, and that makes me happy, and that's something that's free. Another thing, a book I haven't had time to get into yet, Rich Dad Poor Dad, an investment guide. I think this is, look at the bookmark on page 1. Y'all see this? The bookmark is on page 1 literally. I have not started this book yet, but this book is a book my sister sent me because it's very important to put things in motion. So right now, a lot of us, even though we live in chaos, a lot of us should be working on 3-year and 5-year plans.